The Bulldogs were magical Friday night, but there's still one more game to play. WCBI Sports Director Robby has more from the Bulldogs in the Lone Star State.
Thank you, Tom, and good evening. We are inside of the American Airlines Center. By this time tomorrow night, we will have crowned a new national champion. We know it's going to be from the Southeastern Conference, and it very well may be that team from Starkville, Mississippi. Hail State Hoops getting set for that big-time matchup against South Carolina. We're actually standing outside of the Mississippi State locker room. They've got practice, they've got preparation all set out and all ready to go as they are in front of 40 minutes with probably the biggest game of their life coming up in the national championship game against the South Carolina Gamecocks. In the game, it's going to be a very familiar matchup. Both the Bulldogs and Gamecocks know each other very well. They played twice this year. South Carolina won both of those meetings. One thing that the Bulldogs will have on their side going into this game is a home court advantage. Mississippi State played at South Carolina when they lost their long winning streak, and then they played in Greenville, South Carolina in the SEC Tournament Championship game. So here's the first time the Bulldogs will actually have a little bit of a home court advantage going into that game when they do play the Gamecocks. And we expect it to be a phenomenal game from the start as both teams know each other very, very well.
Personally, I'd rather be playing somebody else, just to be honest. I mean, they know me better, they know us better than anybody. Obviously we feel like we know them. But I'm really proud that we have two Southeastern Conference schools in the championship of our sport. That's really special.
The last time we played them, we couldn't quite close out the fourth quarter. Like, we got stagnant on offense. So we just know that once we, make our run and they make their runs, like, we have to sustain our runs and just hold on and keep fighting to the end.
Mississippi State women's basketball have SEC regular season tied or have it by ourselves. And I feel like we just blew the opportunity. That was one of the game changers for us as a team, as a program. Coach Schaefer made us watch that film from the beginning to the end. So it was definitely hard to watch it, but it really helped us as a team overall.
Since we played each other so many times, each team knows each other so well. So at the end of the day, it's going to come to offensive execution and defensive stops. So whoever wants it more at the end of the day.
We know it's a championship game, but it's another game that we have to execute our plays on offense and defense. We have to grind every possession out. Like, no play is off. So I feel like we're the team that, don't take anything for granted. We have nothing to lose but everything in the game.
We've learned so much from those two losses we've had from them, and I think we'll fix the things that we need to and we'll be fine.
And how appropriate for Mississippi State that it comes down to South Carolina, the team that they've gotten so close to beating so many times, that South Carolina's been the benchmark in recent years in the Southeastern Conference. That's the team that Mississippi State has tried to get up to. Now they are at this point, and now they have the chance to defeat the Gamecocks to win their first ever team national championship in all of Mississippi State University athletics history.
Well, we keep bringing up my history with South Carolina, so apparently the fact that we've never beaten them is an issue today. When you're playing in the national championship game, what better way to finish off your season, and that's where we are right now. These kids deserve it. They've paid such a tremendous price. We practice harder than anybody in the country. I'm quite confident. My kids are tough. They have such an incredible competitive spirit, and so they've earned the right to be here. We've come through an incredibly tough region. We've played a grueling schedule all year long. So they've earned the right to be here, and I couldn't be prouder of them. I couldn't be more happy for them because of what I know, the sacrifices that they've made.